Madera on the beat.
See mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
Chine the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people.
I see mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
Chine the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joints with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
Biafra, which way we they go now? Leader them maddest people they fight guy. From BRG to USB, Wahala no the rest. Which way Biafra? Which way we they go now? Leader them maddest people they fight guy. From BRG to USB, Wahala no the rest. Big no, oh. Please, please, oh. No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do amo. Big no, oh. We dey form soldier, but we still dey be for room. Them carry canoe go, we turn enemy. Simon open mouth, them start to judge his speech. Telegram full of war, no love at all. One side say autopilot, one say delete them all. But the blood where we shed, you know they flow backward. USB rise, but ego they break what? We get banner, we get flag, but every corner, now tribal drive. Big on oh. Which way now, which way oh? No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do amo. Talk true now. Big on oh. Biafra get a dream, but I hate it, they slow and go. Unity no get duplicate, no try fake 'em. You dey from freedom fighter, but you dey hate 'em. USB no be juju, now we go build 'em. Stop to cause, make we raise nation. Which way Biafra? Which way we dey go now? Neither them others people they fight guy from Bridgie to USB. Wahala no the rest. Big onu, oh. Which way now? Which way oh? No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do I'm on talk true now. Big onu, oh. Big onu. Biafra get the dream, but I hate today, so I'm good. And we get a leader, them carry. We get a soldier, them jail. We get youths, them divide. Still we rise, USB worldwide. Which way Biafra? Which way we do go now? Nigga, them honest people they fight high. From Bridgie to USB, Wahala no the rest. Big onu, oh. Which way now? Which way oh? No be your Igbo divide us. Now we do our more talk true now. Big onu, oh. Big onu, oh. Biafra get a dream, but I hate today, so I'm good.
This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Biafran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go, opposite Udi, but the lucky hand the side, along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the party boy. See no day for thought. See no day for thought. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting. This is my wicked word. This is my Confucian word. Listen to Biafran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Wherever they go, opposite Udi, but the lucky hand the side, along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen.
pray the prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue. Because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked, bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land, bring an end to their abductions, bring an end to their kidnappings, bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, oh Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are an upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. The killing of innocent protesters. 2016, Mbo massacre. 2017, the invasion of my house. Operation Python Dance 2 or 3 or 4, I don't know. I lost 28 men. My mom, my dad are both dead as a result of Southeast governors, what they did. I'm asking them. So when you want to sit down to talk about insecurity, please start from the beginning. The same people meeting today to try and discuss insecurity were the ones who caused it. They caused it, not us. And we must all now live with the consequences. Those who want to destroy this country have shock coming their way, says President. Now, this is what the presidency, which is the Fulani Cabal, what they have put together. Can I also remind the governors and all these idiots in Nigeria writing rubbish every day? You can't kill people's children and expect their brothers not to react. It's stupid. It is called vengeance. There'll be vengeance, of course. So you're wearing army uniform, you're killing people, and you think every army officer will be safe. As long as you're going about killing innocent people, you are putting every army person on uniform at risk. The same goes for the police. All those years, you people were not going about slaughtering people. Was there any reaction? You people are the cause. You people, you come out, NSAS protests, you are there killing people. And you think that their brothers or their cousins will not avenge their death. You're joking. You are dreaming. You can write all your fanciful epistle about one Nigeria, insecurity, all that rubbish from now till that kingdom come. It will not make any difference to us. No difference whatsoever. If you kill somebody, you're going to die. Be rest assured. Take up a boon or and there are God punish all of you. Mad people everywhere. They said their president have written. But of course, we know it is Garba Shehu and El Rufai and Femi Adesina who are writing. You stupid animals called Nigerians. A speech of this magnitude should have been made by the president in person if he's alive. But some of you cannot reason. You want 2023 is the turn of my village and all that rubbish. So Yoruba media, you're demonizing Biafrans over the death of Gulag so that Tinubu can be president. And when they deny him presidency now, like Abiola, you ask Nigerians, come, let's go and demonstrate. Parochialism, that's what it's called. Let me ask, I have some questions to ask. They say the President Muhammad Buhari on Tuesday issued a stern warning to those who are bent on destroying the country through promoting insurrection and burning down critical national assets. A rude shock awaits them. What shock awaits me at Yala? Fulani, I'm asking you, from the Caliphate chairman, Sultan of Sokoto, to the last idiot, Alamajri Janjaweed on the street, I want to ask you a simple question. Let me ask, I want to say this thing. I want to ask Nigerians a question. Please. You know, God, black people, in my next life, I can't be a black person. No? I have never seen a more stupid set of people. It may be the way Europeans are treating us, our colonial masters are treating us, is what we deserve. I'm telling you the truth. Maybe we deserve it. You people, you claim you are Nigerians, you went to school. Have you ever wondered why this government, they have never ever criticized ISIS? Every day is Boko Haram this, Boko Haram that, every day. Have you ever wondered why they have never? I want you to show me one single publication after the atrocities of these Fulani vagabonds and terrorists, where the government of Nigeria condemned ISIS in West Africa province. Show me one publication. It has never occurred to you people in your infinite stupidity. It has never occurred to you. You have never asked yourself, why is it that these people burning down, destroying Plateau State, Benue State, they are now in Niger State, why can't the government condemn them? Why not? Answer that question. But they are busy talking about agitation. You want to divide. And I want to do something I asked the governors now. I want to ask the Fulani presidency of Nigeria. My dear Fulani Janjaweed, who brought insecurity into Nigeria? A simple question. Which people own the fourth most deadliest terror group in the world? Is it not your so-called headsman Miet Yala? Fulani, who started the bombing of churches in Nigeria? Is it not you people? You are now turning around with the help of the chameleonic Yoruba media to twist the narrative. The same thing I asked the Southeastern governors. Southeastern governors who brought Operation Python Dance. Before you brought it, did you hear of any violent agitation anywhere? Why people fail to ask these questions, I don't understand. You are in a country you claim is the most populous, the biggest. I'm asking you, why is it that the government do not want to condemn the terrorist activities of ISIS in West Africa? Some of you were there writing. Our general chief of defense, what's his name again? Atahiru, that idiot. Atahiru, Ibrahim Atahiru. He did very well. He eliminated the Shekau with the help of ISIS. Oh, Nigeria army is now working with ISIS. Now the next question is, what does ISIS stand to gain from Nigerian army? All of you Yoruba journalists, you're there writing junk every blessed day. You cannot reason. You can't reason.
Deliberately looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? You say never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about these people? I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Chai! The Shoji. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a
rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu answered.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that is going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structures doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of a democratic Biafra within a peaceful setting does not currently exist in that very place you call Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of a river. Up north, you call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger, which is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name a people after a river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. The people own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that you never had any history until Frederick Lugard came, which is a fallacy, it's an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what you said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse. In other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed a responsibility for the attack at the attacks in the Enugu State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens. A group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what
this movement claimed a responsibility for the mission of that attack.
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept old men and women in charge of that very place, because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. Any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing tone. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Chai! This OG. And they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me. You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed his picture? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was not even, I can defend anything I say. All of you could not defend yourself, yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call name, they call only Ekpa? All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was my video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one poda. Simon Ekpa is a perima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, you think it doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they say, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there, your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And every day, if you don't, of course, some of you can never learn. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa have beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you are a terrorist, oh, Jesus Christ. This BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people? If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. Iti boribos. Iti pataka everywhere. Get yourself educated, you say no. Go to school, you say no. Simon Ekpa every day. Simon Ekpa every morning. All right.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Those who are able to connect today, thank you for being part of the program. I appreciate you. Like and share the program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Invite people to join us as we are going on the message of today. And welcome those who are seeking for the truth and those who are genuinely seeking for the freedom of the Biafran people. Those who know what they want, those who have made up their mind on their decisions or whatever, those who are chasing Biafra for themselves and by themselves. I want you to invite them to come. Those you feel that they can be able to join us to make sense out of all the nonsense we are talking about. Call them and let them come and make sense out of all the nonsense we are going to throw out. I welcome every one of you. For those who are joining us for the very first time, I want you to understand that our platform is not for blackmail. This platform is not for blackmail. It is not for propaganda. It is not a platform to attack anybody. It is not a platform to attack any race or religion. In this platform, we try as much as we can to keep saying, say things the way they are, and allow people to express their opinion. Whatever opinion you have, you are entitled to it. Nobody can stop you from having your opinion. That is why we are here, to give you the platform to express yourself. And if you have a superior argument, this is the place for you to be. Bring on your superior argument. Argue it out respectfully without insulting anybody. Try as much as possible to be civil while you are engaging in your argument. You must not agree with everything I say, and I must not agree with all that you say. But in that disagreement, we must follow it up respectfully. At your own time, try as much as possible to convince us to believe whatever you have in your head, while we will do the same. So at the end of the day, each and every one of us will go home to think about or reflect on what we have had, and then the decision remains in our hands. I will not decide for you. You will take decision for yourself. I will decide for myself. It does not matter how long you sit online and talk and shout. It doesn't matter how we preach. The decision remains yours. It still remains yours. no matter how you talk or how you preach, people will still do what they have to do. People will still do what they want to do. They will support whom they want to support. So all we are doing here is to let the air hear us and bear us witness that we have spoken when it was our time to speak, and also allow other people to speak and also hear them out from their own line of thought, so that we can be able to reach a better conclusion or a better decisions as time goes on. So wherever you are watching us from, I welcome every one of you that have been able to make it. Those of you who have made it, it is important that you are searching for informations and you're going to get those information. You are searching for the truth, more especially. So by the time we end the program, you are going to come out a conclusion on what you have heard. Then the decision remains yours, as always. As I said, you can only take the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. So what we do here, most especially, is to present the case of Biafra before the whole world, to tell the world the true situation in Biafra land and in the contraption called Nigeria, to continue to tell our stories. We don't want to allow the enemies to continue to tell our stories, and we want to make sure that the lies of the enemies does not overshadow our truth. Nigeria owns the media, both international media and their conventional media locally. The only thing we have is the small platform where we have on social media that we can come and express ourselves. So in those platforms, any chance you have to air your opinion, please do so. Do so without minding. It doesn't matter the number of people that are watching you. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how many disciples you have. Always try as much as possible to air your opinion. You are entitled to it. Do not allow anybody to bully you. Don't allow anybody to gag you. Don't allow anybody to put word into you. We have gotten to a time where every one of us have to be responsible for anything you do or say. The stage we are now in this issue of Biafra is a very delicate stage. It is no longer a stage where you just come and follow because you want to follow. You come and shout because others are shouting. You talk because others are talking. You talk because your brother, your sister, your friend is talking. No. We are almost getting to the end of it all. And at this point of crossroad, you must watch carefully before you act, before you say anything, before you do anything. Because every single one of us will give account of our stewardship. Every single one of us will give account of our stewardship. Wherever you are. I don't care whom you are. I don't care how old or how young you are. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care the title or position that you occupy. Every one of us will give account of our stewardship. And it's going to happen very soon. So, my fellow Biafrans, whenever we come in this platform, try and use the chances that you have and use it wisely if you want to. In any way, whatever you have had, try to use it while you still have time. As time goes on, many people are going to be going out and many people are going to be coming in. So you don't have to bother yourself. You that is with us here in this very platform, you know why you are here. You know why you are here. You have a reason. Everyone that is joining us have different kinds of reasons. Whatever be your reason, it is up to you. You are entitled to it. There are some people that are here to see when we are going to make mistake and they begin to correct. Some are here to watch the line of English we are speaking to, see how correct our English is. Even when they know that we are not English people, we learned English. It's not our language. Even when we speak our language, we make mistake. How much more? But some people, they just come here to see the mistake we make in our words. And some are coming here to hear what we talk so that they can take it and run with it and push propaganda or blackmail against themselves. Some are coming here just to listen and hear what you are going to say when you are going to abuse Mr. A or abuse Mr. B, so that I can copy that side and take it to Mr. A or Mr. B and say, hey, look at what Chuk Survivor has said against you. And some are genuinely here to seek for a solution on what we are going to do to be able to protect our land, to defend our land, to get our land recognized. So these are views. There are different kinds of people, online and offline. Whichever is your own purpose of being here, you're welcome. Whichever reason is yours for being here, you're welcome. And I hope you achieve it at the end of the day. I hope and pray that you achieve whatever your reason be at the end of the day. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, we have come once again, as we always do. The link is there for those who want to join us. The only thing that qualifies you to join us here is just to be a human being. As long as you're a human being, you can join us either on TikTok, on Facebook, or on YouTube. Wherever you are watching, you are entitled to join us, air your opinion, send in your request. I'm going to bring you in, and then you make a contribution in line with our discussion. That is why we're here. And we will continue to do our best to make sure that we make our little contribution that we can make in the quest for Biafra. Today is weekend, and I wish every one of you a very happy weekend. It is a time that people sit at home and relax themselves. Some people have it to take care of some personal issues. Some use it a time of rest. Some are busy from Monday. Only Saturday they have to relax themselves and do some domestic works around them. But still, many of you have devoted your time to join us, even at this your own free time that you need to enjoy. You decided to share it with us. I appreciate everyone that is in this program, wherever you are watching from. Whichever country you are and you are joining us, I appreciate you. I say, may Chukwu Okukabiyama bless you. And this month of September will be a September to remember for you. I appreciate every one of you. Without you, it will always be impossible for me to be coming online every day. But each time I come and see one or two people here, I get encouraged. Because Mazen Nandekano said, even if it's only one person that is remaining in the quest of Biafra, that very person will succeed, get Biafra, and establish a nation where Chukwu Okukabiyama will be worshipped in truth and in spirit. That I believe. So today we have come once again, and the title of our message today, being weekend, says, Legacy or Betrayal, Simon Ekpa and the future of Biafra freedom. You must not forget his sacrifice. These are what we are going to speak about today. Legacy or Betrayal, Simon Ekpa and the future of Biafra freedom. You must not forget his sacrifice. This is the topic we are going to discuss today, and I strongly believe that many of you are going to join this very topic to add their own opinion. As I said before, our purpose of coming here is to share views, learn from one another. I don't know it all, neither do you know it all. Nobody is the master of knowledge. We all learn from one another. You take from here, there, you add to your own knowledge, and then you improve and become better. That is why we're here. So try as much as possible to make your contribution on this very topic we are discussing today. It is very important. My fellow Biafrans across the world, today we must speak with one voice. We must speak with one voice. I always emphasize on speaking with one voice. And it cannot be overemphasized. We have to be talking about speaking in one voice is very important. When I say it, some people misunderstand me and some people get angry for a reason that I don't know. We must learn to speak in one voice. After the storm comes betrayal. And already, some of our own are turning their back on Simon Ekpa. Some of our own, knowingly or unknowingly, are already turning their back on our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, a man who stood fearlessly in defense of Biafra land. It is hard to see, and it is hard and heartbreaking to see that after the storm comes betrayal. And already some of our own are turning their back on Simon Ekpa, knowingly and unknowingly. It is heartbreaking. A man who stood fearlessly in defense of Biafra. We cannot allow his legacy to be erased. If you sincerely want your freedom, if you are sincere in the pursuit of the freedom of Biafran people, we cannot allow the legacy of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to be erased, nor his name be put to trample by traitors. We must not allow his name to be trampled by traitors. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you're watching, I call on all Biafrans and the international community. Remember the sacrifice of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa to secure and save his people. Remember the sacrifice he has made to put everything on the line. Put his life on the line, his career, his family, everything. He has worked for all his life, he put on the line. And sacrifice for Biafra. We must defend his legacy. We must defend the legacy of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and never let betrayers rewrite our history. We shall never allow betrayers to rewrite our history. That is what they are trying to do. When we speak about the legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa and also Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the backbone of their legacy is togetherness. Togetherness. They are always willing and ready to carry everybody along. They are always willing and open to work with everybody. They always open room and give that olive branch at every single opportunity. They give that olive branch to their people. Their main quest was always to unite Biafran people, to save Biafran people, to make sure that the life of Biafrans matter to the world. We must not allow this legacy that started all the way from our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Mazi Simon Ekpa. We must not allow it to die. Today, in just few months of the absence of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, some of us knowingly and unknowingly are throwing away his legacy. Some of us knowingly and unknowingly are betraying him, afterthought betrayal. My fellow Biafrans, if you genuinely want to be free, you sincerely want to be free, we have to desist from gossiping, from blackmailing each other, from attacking each other. We must focus towards the real enemy. Every one of us must begin to look inward, search yourself. You do not just speak because others are speaking. You don't talk because your friend, your brother, your sister is talking, no. You don't support issues, even when you know they are wrong. You don't run with information, even when you know they are wrong. Because of where it's coming from, you lose your common sense. You no longer apply your common sense. It is sad. And the question today, you and I that are still here, are we keeping the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, or are we betraying them? That is the question. From what we are doing today, those of us that still have some little freedom, from what we are doing, from our actions, I want you to sincerely answer for yourself. Don't answer for me. Answer for yourself. Don't answer for anybody. But before you answer, search your heart. Look through what you are supporting and what you are doing and what you are hanging on to. Then you answer this sincere question. By your action today, are you keeping the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, or you are betraying them? Are you keeping their legacy, or you are betraying them? It is a very important question that every single one of us should answer for him or herself. I am not going to answer for you. Neither will you answer for me. Are you keeping the legacy of our leaders, or you are betraying them? There was a word that Mazi Simon Ekpa said. He said that you might be in a cabal and you will not know. Our Prime Minister also talked about afterthought betrayal. You might not have intention to betray Mazi Simon Ekpa or the leaders. You might not have the intention to betray them. But due to the information that you have, or what you have seen, or what you think is right you are doing, you are unknowingly betraying the work they have done, betraying them, destroying their legacy. That is why it is important that the time has come that everybody has to be answering for him or herself. Search your heart, search your mind, search your soul. Ask yourself again and again, why are you doing what you are doing? Most importantly, why are you in the cause of Biafra? Who are you fighting Biafra for? What is the reason for you fighting for Biafra? What is your reason? Why are you wanting to get out of the Zuluja Republic? Why? We have gotten to a time where Biafrans will betray Biafra with they hit their chest. They don't even hide themselves. It is so shameful. Biafrans will betray Biafra in the open, and they still walk around simply because we have tolerated a lot of things. You see Biafrans betraying Biafra, and they do it boldly. Go and check other nations of the world. Those who betrayed them never survived to see the light of the day. The betrayers of the Jews, up to today, they are hunting them. Those that betray South Korea and Japan, up to today, they are facing the consequence. Many countries of the world identify their betrayers. I want you to take note of this. Many countries of the world, go and read their history. They identify them. They don't forget. They extend the punishment to their children, their generation, to all their generation. In every part of the world, we still have that situation today. In all parts of the world, we have that situation. That those who betray their people in one way or the other are never let free. The people who betrayed Japan when they were fighting for their independence, go and search and see their condition in that country today. Their children, those that have that surname that are still alive. Go and check the Jews. Go and check South Korea. So many other countries of the world. Go and check the people who fought and stood as a betrayer when they were seeking for their independence. And today we see many Biafrans getting involved in that same line of attitude. We see many people going toward that same direction today. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must be very careful what you do. You must be very careful what you say. Most times we say Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit, even when we don't believe it from our actions. From the way we behave and from the way we act, it does not show that we know that Biafra is a spirit. Because if you know that Biafra is a spirit, we know that you cannot hide anything from the spirit. That no matter how you pretend or hide it, that the spirit is going to throw it out. They will see you. They will just be watching you and they're laughing. So how will you know, how will you believe that Biafra is a spirit, yet you are betraying that Biafra, thinking that you are not sane? The only reason you are still betraying is because you feel that you are not sane, and you don't believe that Biafra is a spirit. But I bet you time will tell. Time will tell. It is not going to be forever. Time will tell. My fellow Biafrans, ask yourself, your actions today, your behaviors today, are you building a legacy? Are you keeping the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, or you are betraying them? It is not enough to shout all hail Biafra. It is not enough to call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu my leader. It is not enough to call Mazi Simon Ekpa your prime minister. Those are simple things. It's not enough to carry their picture in your forehead. It's not enough to sew a cloth with their pictures. It's not enough. You can do all those things and still betray them. You can do all that and still betray them. The betrayal of Biafra today has become so intense. It has gone to another level. The betrayal of Biafra has gone to another level, to the extent that a Biafran will not wear mask. A Biafran will come out openly, enter into a court to speak against Biafra. That is how bad it is. It can never get worse than this. That a Biafran will enter into the court to testify against Biafra. And after doing that, he or she will walk away happily and pretend nothing has happened and continue to enjoy his life. That is how bad it has gotten. The kind of sabotage you see today in Biafra is not like the one you saw during the Civil War. During the 1967 to 1970 Civil War, the betrayal that was then, at least they were doing it secretly. They were not in the open. There were a series of investigations to find them out and bring them to book. But in the 2025, they have stepped up the betrayal. We have gotten to a stage where people will be on camera and speak against Biafra. A fellow Biafran, not just people. I'm talking about Biafran themselves. They will be on camera to sabotage Biafra. It is sad. It is sad and heartbreaking. Why I am speaking and telling you to check yourself and search yourself. What you are doing, what you are saying. Confirm words before you begin to defend them. Because you might be fighting against Biafra unknowingly. Whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever you promote, search very well. Think and think again within yourself. If after thinking right, left, and center, you feel you are okay where you are, keep on standing there. It is your decision. I won't make the decision for you. You make the decision yourself. But at the end of the day, we will give account of our still worship. Definitely, we can't run away from that. Today, now that our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, sentence has been pronounced, What is the future of Biafra freedom? If you are being asked, what do you think is the future for Biafran freedom? What do you think is the future of Biafran freedom? We must begin to do things right. Every one of us must change the way we do things, because if you claim you don't know what is happening today, I pity you. It is because you are focusing on arguments. You must not agree all the time. And I bet you, if you are with the people who always agree with you in everything you see, think again. You must have to check yourself again. That is why it is always better for you to be among those who knows better than you, so that you can learn and improve. But when you stay in a place where you feel you know more than everybody, if you're in an environment where you discover that you know more than everybody, you will not have any room for improvement, and you are doomed. You are doomed, because you will not listen to anybody. You will attack your brother simply because he didn't say what you want him to say. He might be saying what you even want him to say, but because he didn't use the language you want him to use, you get angry. The next thing, you begin to attack and castigate and blackmail. There is no law that says that all of us must speak in one tone. And that is why, as in Ofuchikere, but as I've forgotten how they give that parable. That Ofunnemo, but Ofuchikere. See, there will always be that variance in everything. We can't always be speaking on the same tone. People have a different way of doing things. Even though sometimes somebody will do it a way that you don't understand, give it a chance. Allow that person. Don't destroy, don't attack, don't castigate, don't blackmail, simply because you do not understand the direction the person is going, or maybe you don't believe in what the person is saying. One of the things that is causing us setback today is blackmail. Blackmail, lies, and propaganda. It is causing it a great havoc. It has cost us a lot. Lies have cost us a lot. From the very first moment, after the declaration of Biafra, something we have all been waiting for a very long time. Exactly. Ofun nemoro, but oburu ofuchikere. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Ofun nemoro, but oburu ofuchikere. That is it. We must always remember that. Those who understand Igbo language. Ofun nemoro, but oburu ofuchikere, meaning that born of the same mother, but not created of the same God. Children can be born of the same mother, but not created by the same God. Within themselves. Ofun nemoro. You must always remember there will be that variance. There will always be that variance. All this why I have looked right, left, and center, and the only solution I see within myself is that I should continue to talk about how we can be able to unite ourselves so that we can go back to where we are coming from and stand the way we stood. That same way we stood and declared Biafra. That same way we stood and declared Biafra before the enemy came and began to create divisions and parties and sections from the pit of hell. It is very, very sad. It's very, very sad that we are where we are today. But it is not our making. It is not our making. Whatever happens, my beloved brother and sister, Biafra will definitely come. The only problem is that our actions is creating more delay and delay. Our actions, our attitude is bringing more delay, is creating more delay. And the more we continue to go on that path and direction we are going, we'll be delayed more. Ask yourself, what is the fate of Biafra today? That's Biafra you have dreamed. What is the fate? If we continue on this path of self-destruction, what is going to be our fate? You see why unification is very important. The world is listening. They are listening. They are hearing us. Every single statement we make or we talk, they interpret it. Sometimes you on your camera and you bring your brother or your sister and you tear them into pieces. You think you're talking about them. No. It is not about them. You are only exposing yourself and making yourself cheap to the world. Because however you describe your brother is what you have. You have the tendency of being the same. However you describe your brother or your sister, you have the tendency of having the same attitude. That is one thing people don't understand. Why do people go to families and make inquiry when they want to go and marry? Why do you make inquiries? When you want to go and marry and take a new wife, in our tradition, you ask questions. Why do you ask those questions? Even though you know the lady you want to marry, she's a very good person. She is very good to her as a person. She presents herself very good. She has a good record on herself. But yet, when you want to get married to such a person, you ask questions about her surroundings. Why do we make such investigations? Why do you make investigations around the person you want to marry instead of focusing on that very person? The reason you make such investigation is because whatever you see around that person in her family lineage, there is every tendency that thing you see in her family will be in her. That is why you make those inquiries. That is why when you want to marry, even though you have known the lady or girl for a very long time, when it comes to marriage, if it's for friendship, no problem. You limit your thought within her because after all, you are not building a family with her. It's not affect your lineage, it's just on friendship. But once you get to marriage, you go extra mile to ask questions about things surrounding her. Because it is those things that are around her that will give you the full definition of her and whom she can be at any minute. Because while with her, there are certain things, character you will not see. There are certain things that are hidden you cannot see in friendship. But when you look at the things around her, you can be able to get the full package of whom the person is. Then you make decision whether you're going to continue the marriage or not. With this very illustration, you now understand why you must not wash your dating enemies in the public. That when you are narrating your brother or your sister, you are just telling the world, this is who I can become at any time. That thing you are talking about your brother, about your sister, you have the tendency of being like that. That is what you're just telling them. That every tendency, that is why when they talk about investigations of blood relation and all whatnot, you make inquiry. They tell you, oh, this girl, there was somebody who was mad in their family. There was somebody who stole in the past in their family. There was somebody who did behave like this. There's somebody who married and killed her husband, or who married and killed his wife. There's somebody who did this, did that. All these things. When you investigate them, you now sit back and know the package that the person is coming with. That everything you have had, there is every tendency that you can see one of them in that very person. Then you make up your mind and prepare yourself whether you can be able to take the bullet or not. No matter how you love that very person, the love can only make you to prepare yourself more now that you have known what to expect. So that when you will see those things, you will not be surprised. I am going to this illustration to tell people who are castigating their brothers and sisters the implication of doing that. I am just making you understand the implication of doing that. My brothers and sisters, your attitude you are portraying today, your behavior today, is it building legacy or it is betraying the cause of Biafra? Is it building or it is betraying the cause of Biafra? My fellow Biafrans, we must be very careful what we do. We must be very careful what we say. We must be very careful because we have a great challenge ahead of us. Many people have lost their life. Many people have died. A lot of sacrifices have been made, and people are still making sacrifice till date. People are still making sacrifice till date. Why will you be standing against that sacrifice that your people are making? Sometimes when you want to do certain things, you remember our Supreme Damasin Nandekan. He has lost his father. He lost his mother. He didn't even have the opportunity to say goodbye to them. They were buried in his absence. Even upon that, he didn't have his freedom. He has been in detention for more than 5 years and still counting. When you remember this, think again before you do anything you want to do. Many people have gone because of Biafra. Look at Master Simon Ekpa with a very beautiful, beautiful career. A very wonderful career that he has built in Europe. With such career, what else will a human being be looking? Will a person be looking for? With such kind of career that have presented him an opportunity to aspire for anything, even up to the presidency. He can contest for president of Finland in future and win. He can contest as a president of Finland. But he decided to dump all those things and focus on his people. But what did his people do? His people spat on him. His people, some of us, were in the front line of betraying him and continue to betray him up to today. It is heartbreaking. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sold out. We know the betrayal of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Both those who betrayed him and those who betrayed him after the kidnapping, the afterthought betrayal. We know all that. And they have not stopped. Even up to today, they are still betraying him. They are still betraying him. By them rejoicing at the sentence of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, it is a betrayal to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't know it. Anyone that is rejoicing at the pronouncement of judgment on Mazen Simon Ekpa, if you are rejoicing, you are betraying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Directly, not indirectly. It's only a senseless person that we see. We open his mouth and say, you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, I want unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you are there, you heard the sentence of Mazen Simon Ekpa, and you rejoice. You say, yeah, you applaud Finland, they did the right thing. And then you come back to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you say, oh, release him, free him. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You can only deceive yourself, but you can't deceive us. I think it has been made more easy for us to know those who doesn't want Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be freed. Because he doesn't need rocket science. Every one of us, except you just started yesterday. Even if you started yesterday, just go take your time. Go and watch the message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You will see that what Mazen Simon Ekpa was keeping was the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu even spoke strong words that Mazen Simon Ekpa could not be able to use. At a point in time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu used strong words. Strong words. He used strong words. And today, because you hate Mazen Simon Ekpa, you are destroying Mazen Nnamdi Kanu at the same time. You don't know. You are transferring your hate because of your personal hate, not because he did anything to you, just because you see him as a threat. Because you cannot be able to stand his knowledge. You cannot be able to say, oh, this person that came yesterday now have just overshadowed everybody and become the limelight. He did not bribe anybody to follow him. What he did is just to preach the gospel. What he did was to support Biafran people. What he did was to make sure that our land is protected. You hear what is happening and you are clapping, you are clapping, you are clapping. You hear what is happening, you are clapping. I see many of them online. After praising Finland for detaining Simon Ekpa, then you turn around and say, oh, Mazen Nandekan was released, and Nigerian government cannot jail Mazen Nandekan. They can't try it. Mazen Nandekan must be freed. They cannot jail him. They cannot try to do that. If they do that, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. After setting an example for Nigeria, then you think that the Zoological Republic doesn't know what they are doing. The Zoological Republic that know that the case of Mazen Nandekan has become an international issue, that the whole world is paying attention, and they don't know what they are going to hold hand. They don't know upon which president they are going to stand and begin to sentence Mazen Nandekan. That is why they continue to delay and delay. They don't know. There's no way to stand because they are scared what the response of the world will be. They are scared. And it was Simon Ekpa that put the case of Mazen Nandekan on that level. It was shoot up to the level that every international organization is aware. Countries of the world, people, human rights activists are involved. Simon Ekpa was at the forefront of pushing it. With so many other people, every one of us, we push it to the highest level. That is why Nigeria is scared of pronouncing any sentence. And now they wanted to test the water. And they passed through another way. You know British what they are? I believe it is the advice of the British. Using Finland. Finland should first of all go on with the case of Master Simon, but then finish it up. Then so Nigeria can be able to lay hand there, and the judge will just tell you in Finland, so happen with this and that, and they begin to make reference and compare. Before you know it, they will pronounce their own judgment, and then you will be ranted. You will go on and begin to rant. What are you going to do? You begin to rant as a user. And some of you will now go and begin to talk with Toby. Bunch of, I don't know what to call them. You are working against yourself. You think you are fighting against Master Simon Ekpa. You think it is against it is not against Master Simon Ekpa. All those nonsense you are doing. You are doing against yourself. Your concern should be, now that the Master Simon Ekpa is not in the picture, what is the future of Biafra? Have you ever thought about that? Now that he's not there, what is the future of Biafra? What do you have to offer? You that see him as a threat, you saw him as a threat, you blackmailed him. You blackmailed him, you betrayed him because you saw him as a threat. Now, what is the future of Biafra? What can you offer? What can you offer? What can you bring to the table? Nothing. There's nothing you can bring. It will be so painful that just in few months, so people are already forgetting the sacrifice of Master Simon Ekpa. I will not be one of those who will forget the legacy or sacrifice made by our leaders. I will not be one of those who will be silent and allow them to be swept under the carpet. No. With my little platform, I will try as much as possible to keep their legacy alive and speak about them every blessed day until they are free. I will continue to speak about them every blessed day until they're free. Some of us don't know what they're going through. These are men who has put every single thing on the line. And they are not just fighting against small powers. The battle is against the big dogs you have in the world. The people that you call United Nations who are not united, they are the ones who are against our leaders. The same people we are calling upon to come and look, they are the ones involved, directly and indirectly, because of their own interest in Nigeria. They can't do anything. If not, tell me, how can United Nations give Nigeria ultimatum to release Mazen Nandekan? And they did not do so. Yet, no punishment was given to them. No sanction was given. Instead, the same countries that they disobeyed their law continue to go on with their bilateral relationship and continue to do deals with them. How do you explain that? The arbitrary committee of the United Nations told Nigeria to release Mazen Nandekan within 6 months. Now we are going to 5 years. That instruction was given about 2-3 years ago. Nigeria declined and never did anything. And there was no punishment whatsoever. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? How do you explain that? That you gave instruction to a country. Remember, this is not the first time Nigeria is getting involved in kidnap. Nigeria was involved in kidnapping in the 80s by the same Muhammad Buhari that kidnapped Mazi Simon Ekpa. And in that kidnap, though the kidnap did not succeed, but yet everyone that was involved in that kidnap was penalized. The aircraft banned. Everyone that was involved was punished. Nigeria got a sanction. Why is it that in the present time, the kidnap of Mazen Nandekan from Kenya, that was very clear, and they succeeded? They went to extraordinary rendition. Yet, Nigeria has not gotten any single punishment for that act. Nigeria did not get any punishment for that act. Instead, United States is negotiating arm deal with Nigeria. The UK is busy strengthening their bilateral relationship. The French, which is the mother of all criminals, is in Nigeria, engaging in all manner of fraud. These are the people who have a strong seat in the United Nations, and yet they did nothing. They did nothing. They did nothing. Every one of us, wherever we are, if you know what is against us, you will know that we are not supposed to have any time about ourselves. We are supposed to be shouting on every platform, speaking about the injustice against us, because I believe there are still men of conscience out there that will hear us. There are men of conscience. Why do we allow ourselves to be distracted with irrelevant issues? Why don't we continue to shout on top of our voices about the atrocities of the Nigerian government and their allies against the Biafran people? Why not continue to bring up the atrocities of the enemies against us from all angles? Why not we continue to tell the world what is going on in Biafra land, not minding who is involved or what is involved? There are still men of conscience out there. There are still people. I still strongly believe there's no way everybody will be corrupt. There's no way. Even in the UK, in the United States, there are still men of conscience who will come across our content and they say, no, this is not happening. But when they come in, what are they going to see? When they come to our platform, what are they going to see? Are they seeing us providing solutions? Are they seeing us speaking about our problem? Or are they going to see us fighting ourselves? Are they going to see us as the problem of ourselves? Or are they going to see us as people who need help? You can imagine. You can imagine what my brother is saying. Netanyahu also negotiating arm and security with a Nigeria terrorist government. You can imagine that. You can imagine that. You can imagine Israel government of all people negotiating arm deal. Unbelievable. I have not seen this, my brother. I will go and look it up. I will go and look it up. Unbelievable. You see, that is why people don't know what we are facing. The problem we are having in our hand is not a small one. It is not a kind of problem that you will have a break or you leave it and begin to talk about other things. I have not heard this, but I will go and look it up. If Netanyahu could negotiate, the man at church this is how bad it is. But some of us are not paying attention to all those nonsense. I have not seen this. I'm going to look it up. My brother ex-Beno said Netanyahu also negotiating arm and security with the Zoological Republic. My brothers and sisters, we really need to buckle up. We must not forget the sacrifice that our leaders are making, sacrifice they have made already. Ask yourself, what you are doing today, is it keeping their legacy or a betrayal? Is it legacy or betrayal? Your actions, your programs, your comments, is it legacy or betrayal? Which one? Where do you belong? We must answer that question and answer it sincerely from our heart. And I bet you if we do, it will help us to solve a lot of problems. My brother Coach Hooks, you're welcome. Thank you for joining, Coach Hooks. I see you there. Coach Hooks, if you're there, unmute yourself and let's hear you.
Yes, good morning, Mazi, True Survivor. Good morning from my side here, and good morning, genuine Biafrans all over the world.
You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
First of all, my brother, True Survivor, everything that is happening now, we are not surprised. We are not surprised at all, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said it all. Likewise, Mazi Simon Ekpa, he also repeats the same thing. And in that aspect, when all these our leaders are out saying all these things, none of us we are not going to say that we are not hearing it. And at the same time, so many of us that are out now shouting Biafra, Biafra. And that aspect, they will be saying they have been following Mazi. No, they will be saying they have been following Waziriki right from time. There is a program that one of our brother make today, Read Biafra TV. He do that program today. It's a long time agitation. No matter to cause so many damages in the life of the people that is agitating for that freedom. Which is the thing, if you look at those tweets now, it's in written notes, which is actually thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. He said if you want to hide something for a black man, you should put it in written form. That thing will be there for donkey years. None of us will going to go and look into all those things, all those documents. And again, if you remember when Mazi Simon Ekpa come in, he said this freedom that he come out to come and look for, it not come with clean eyes. And at the same time, we're not going to pass 5 good years.
yes.
That is to tell you, Mazi Simon Ekpa have known international law, and he's also know what long-time agitation can do in the life of people. That's the reason why he choose 5 good years. That this freedom that is given, we're not going to look for it more than 5 years. And every one of us know what play out. Less than 5 years or less than 3 years, it declare United States of Biafra, which is every one of us is saying it today. That the same man as Simon Ekpa that said this freedom that they're talking about. That the same man as Simon Ekpa that say we're not going to look for this freedom more than 5 years. He's the same person that so many people, they are in their platform. So many people is in Nigeria here jubilating that the same person that Finland government have jailed that person, that our leader.
Very
This
shameful.
is what to tell you that anybody that is jubilating that Mazi Simon Ekpa is in prison today. None of them want this freedom they are talking about. None of them is following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with genuine heart.
At all.
And so many of them that are shouting another savior. And so many of them that is shouting Obatubi. So many of them that they are rejoicing today. They do not believe in those two of our leader. It doesn't matter the person that is moving the move, that is in front line now. Whether you and the person have an issue before, whether you like the person or whether it's a woman or is a man, it doesn't matter. He did not believe in those two of our leader before. He did not believe on them. And back to what is happening now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that all these people, that Biafra is the last miracle on earth, that the whole world is going to turn their back against us. The comment of our brother here that Israel is negotiating on something like that with Nigeria terrorist government, we are not surprised. Even so many of them, even the same Russia that is fighting against the West today, if you come across them that they are negotiating the same hands deal with Nigeria, we are not going.
We're not hearing you, Coachux. We lost brother Coachux. Check your network. I think you are having a network issue. Check your network. Coachux, check your network. Check your network, Coachux. We lost our brother. I think he's having a network issue. Just be patient. Let's see if he can be able to reconnect back. Coachux, we can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you anymore. Check your network. Check your network provider. I think you are having a break.
Nigeria government to follow.
Check your network and reconnect back. Maybe you can just go out and come back in again so that we can be able to hear you clearly. You can just go out and come in again so that we can hear you clearly. Yes. So, my fellow Biafrans, just as we are saying, the worst thing that any Biafra can do is to rejoice at the predicament of his brothers or sisters. That is the worst thing anybody can do. And if you are a genuine freedom fighter, not just Biafrans, you should know that injustice against one is injustice against all. The injustice against our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, cannot be tolerated by any genuine activist in this world. And that is why so many of them are speaking up. And we will never allow that injustice to stand. No matter what, we will not allow that injustice to stand. Everything we are seeing today is bordered on trying to discourage Biafran people. Everything we are seeing today is bordered on trying to discourage our people. And these people have mastered this craft so much. The craft of divide and rule, divide and conquer. They have been using this. That is the only strategy Nigeria have been using with the British, to manipulate and continue to take control. And each time they apply it, they succeed. Even in a local issue, even in local gathering, they apply it, they always succeed. It is very sad. It is very sad. Today, they are making you to be afraid of the struggle. They want you to be afraid of speaking about freedom. They want you to be afraid of talking about Biafra. They want you to be ashamed, not just afraid, they want you to be ashamed of mentioning Biafra. The same way they did to Igbos in Nigeria. There are some people today that can't even answer their Igbo name. Some people are using double English name because of what Nigeria has put forward before them. This is what we see. And we must continue to reject it as much as we can. Don't allow them to have upper hand. No matter how they try, do not allow them. We must continue to speak and speak to the authorities with all our strength and all our might. Go ahead, my brother Coachus. Let's see if we can hear you now. We lost you. I think it's a network problem.
Yes, Mazi Survivor. Am I coming out now?
Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. As I was saying before about what is happening now on most of our people, and at the same time, all these our leaders today. Everything that is happening today, we are not surprised. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it all. That Biafra is the last miracle here on earth. At the same time, all these people, most of these Americans and all these West and all of them in short, that are negotiating about arm deal with Nigeria, we are not surprised. Because in that aspect, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is the last miracle, that all these people are going to turn against us. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said they're going to turn against us, that is what is happening now. Can we imagine that the same British that are talking about, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is holding British passport, and Kenya and Nigeria then collude to bring him back to Nigeria here? British, are they going to say they don't see what is going on? Are they going to say they did not hear that one of their citizens is not with them again? Because he's a Biafran, because he's a black. If he's their own, if he's white as well, are they going to keep silent since then? They can know what to do. Because they know that this person, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is fighting to end their claim, the how would I even put it myself? The company that they established in Nigeria here, called Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is planning to end it. That's the reason why they keep silent. And our people is helping them to do that work, to do that job. And so many of them on social media happy that the same person you are supporting is holding Finland. And some people are rejoicing. This is the right time for every one of us to know that this freedom that they are talking about is not for our leaders alone. It's not for me and you. It's not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not for Mazi Simon Ekpa. It's for every one of us and our born generation. And that aspect, every one of us is supposed to know that this freedom that they're talking about, if everything is settled down today, everywhere that Biafrans is in this world, ordinary form of Akpakamba or Bakasachakanin, that is how Biafra is all over the world. And that is United States of Biafra has declared, and this is the right time for every one of us to come and join hands together. That our freedom is complete. Because without us uniting together, who is the person that we're going to appeal this court case that they're talking about now? It's country to country. Because without us declaring United States of Biafra on 29th of November 2024, this appeal that they're talking about, there will not going to be anybody that will going to go and appeal that court. Because you're not going to carry this thing. What is this name? Organization to go and appeal a court. It's not done anyway. It's country to country. And that's the same Finland that we're talking about. That said we should go and get our freedom in legal way. Finland know how they get their own freedom. They execute so many of their freedom fighters. Some people that not align with their declaration. So many of them. Some people those that stand under their declaration. That is exactly the thing that Biafrans is doing today. United States of Biafra has declared, and we are standing upon that declaration. They want us to go and do the same thing that they do to their own people. That is the reason why they get the mind to hold our prime minister. But in this time, the government of United States of Biafra have said the way they get their own freedom, that is not how we are going to get our own freedom. History did not used to repeat itself. We are not going to allow that history to repeat itself again. If something happened to your brother, you're supposed to use that thing that happened to your brother to learn so many things on it. You're not going to allow that the same thing to happen to you before you know what to do. And this point in time, we are standing on that our declaration, and nobody can take it away from us. And this is the right time for every one of us to forget whatever thing that your brother do to you. Forget about it. We should join our hands together and focus on our freedom. And focus on United States of Biafra, because that is the only government that we know that can save us in this point of time. Because declaring that United States of Biafra alone, the whole world is not happy. They are not happy at all. If they have a way to stop that declaration, that on 29, which is what they do, they are planning to stop it on 2nd. But Chukwu Okike might take them unaware for us to declare it on 29. Everything is playing out today. Every one of us, drop everything that your brother or your sister have done to you and focus on United States of Biafra, because that is the only thing that can save us in this point of time. Let me stop my mic here for now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my brother Kochuk. I appreciate you for your wonderful contribution. Thank you, have spoken well. Let's go to Reality. Reality, go ahead and speak to us. Unmute yourself. Reality, I can see you there. If you're there, Reality, unmute yourself and speak to us. Are you there, Reality against formality? Young Wealthy, are you there? Young Wealthy, are you there? If you're there, unmute yourself and speak. If Young Wealthy is not there, we go to my beloved brother Greg is there. We can take Greg Maybe Young Wealthy is not on there. So, Greg, take the mic. Take the mic, please, Greg. You're welcome.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon. And good afternoon, Biafrans. It's my pleasure again to be with you today throughout the whole week. I was unable to make it. There's nothing one can do. As now, yes,
sir.
So I thank God for our life, for being on strength, having the strength today again to be among the Biafrans, among those that believe in freedom. We thank God for our lives and the life of our leaders, Mazi Namdekano and Mazi Simon Ekpa, our strong leaders that are still in the forefront, taking the blade because of our freedom. God, we pray that God will not forget them, and God will not let us to forget them.
See?
Ihe na ya Chineke bụ ya ma bụ onye ikpe mkpegharị. Ikpe niile ekpere Simon na Nnamdi Kanu azụ. Ihe na ya Chineke Chukwu kpegharị ikpe aha. Ikpe ekpere ha na mmụọ, ikpe ekpere ndị propagandas, lies. Ebubo niile buru ha Chineke nna ka anyị na-asị ya kpegharị ikpe aha mebisia ya. Ọ bụ ihe na ya Chukwu na-ayọkwa Chukwu ahụ isi ike n'isi ha na nnwere onwe nke ha na-ayọ ka Chukwu nye ha ike, nye ha amara, mee ebere n'isi ya, n'isi Biafra, n'isi Igbo niile, n'isi Biafra niile, ka mbọ niile anyị na-agba maka nnwere onwe wee rute Chukwu ntị, ka Chukwu wee mezuoro anyị nke anyị na ya, nke na-abụghị imegide onye ọbụla, mana just ka anyị nwere onwe anyị, ka ọ dịrị anyị mma na mma, dịkwa ndị neighbors anyị mma. Enweghị ihe ọzọ anyị na-ayọ. Ihe na-abụ ihe anyị dewe na nke Chukwu na-asị ya ka o mezuoro anyị ya, ka usi anyị si wee yọ ruo ebe. Amen. Yes, my brother. There is nothing we can do now than to fight for the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. A legacy. Legacy that stand on the truth. Legacy that stand on the justice. Legacy that stand on the equity. The legacy that stand on the love of brother and sister and love of the land.
Yes.
That is what Simon Ekpa and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu leader represent. That is what they represent, and that is what their legacy will remain, no matter what. So that is what we shall stand on. We will stand on that legacy that Mazi Ojukwu stand on. Dikemba Nnewi, he stand on the legacy of freedom for everyone that want to be free. Because many people don't understand what freedom is all about. Some people see freedom, they think that riches is freedom. Yes, you can be financially free, but you cannot be politically free. You are not physically free. You are not morally free. And you are not just free. So what we are fighting is not financial freedom. What we are fighting is natural freedom that God gives to every living. Okay, shall I look in your freedom? Where would the mother okay no dear? When Yesia the Prince freedom over all those things he created. And he gave man freedom not to have freedom over another man, but to have love over another man, but to have peace over another man, and tolerate another man not to oppress another man. For he is only God who has power. He said, he that is power, it is of God. But today, human beings are exercising power against their brothers and sisters with their power that God has given unto every man. They use their own to subdue other people. And that is what is playing out in Finland. And that is why we are fighting. Today, my Simon Ekpa has lived in Finland for some years. But no matter what, today, they are trying to show him this is not your own father's land. And that is how it is in each and every one of us, no matter how good you have been in the land where you're living. No matter how rich you have been, on how long you have succeeded, on how success you have been, there will be a time they will tell you, even though you are here only because we tolerate you. And that is what I'm telling every person that is in outside foreign land. Every man that is not in his father's soil, anywhere you are only being tolerated. It is not your right. And that is what is playing out today. Everybody can see koro that your right can be denied you at any given time. Yes, and that is why we are not taking it easy to fight for this freedom. And that is why we are not taking it easy to say we want to go home. And that is why we are not taking it easy to fight for the unborn children, because we have had experience. We have had many kind of experience. Somebody who is living in Biafra land today, maybe you can travel to Lagos, maybe you travel to Abuja, and you go back to your father's land. And you have different kind of experience. Think how you feel when you are living in Biafra land and your right is being denied, even though you are in your father's land. And then you think how they are being denied, or your right is being denied when you are living in Abuja in Lagos. Then you think you that is living in America, in Europe, and Asia, when your right is being denied, how do you feel? You know, there are two different ways right can be denied, or many ways. Number one, the one your brother denied you is not the same thing that the one that you have been denied in a foreign land. When you are being denied in a foreign land, you have nobody to go and cry to except God. But if your right is being denied in your own soil, in your father's land, you have some people you can run to and cry to, whether they can do something or they cannot do something, but at least you have somebody you can tell and say, this is my right and they're denying this right to me. But when your right is being denied in a foreign land, outside your father's soil, outside your mother's land, you have nobody to run to, because the person you are running to is just the same person and the same group that is denying you that right. So that is why we are crying every day. Those who are rejoicing that Simon Ekpa is being judged, even against the lie, even with propaganda and lies against him in Finland. They lied against him. The federal government of Nigeria know that everything they presented is pure lie and cooked up. Even the Finnish government know that those things are lie, because they know they cannot trust Nigerian government. But because of their evil interests, they accept those lies and they tell Simon, you are living in our land. Either you are taking it the way we say it or not, whether you like it or not. That is what the message is all about. So, and that is why we are fighting. Anybody that wants to feel joy, we go to his father's land. And the worst part of everything is in when we are scattered all over the world. The Biafrans are scattered all over the world and being oppressed and being marginalized, denied their rights, and still they are not waking up to the call for freedom. Some are sabotaging it because they feel that today it has not happened to them. Or it might not happen to them. Definitely it will happen to you one way or the other. As long as you are not in your father's house, it will happen to you. So what am I trying to say? As we are fighting to keep the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, the legacy of freedom, you should feel that freedom in your vein, that you really want to be free. Any man that wants to be free cannot come and fight the government that is fighting for that his freedom. Any man that wants to be free cannot come and sabotage the government that wants to give him freedom. Any man that wants to be free cannot come and say, this is the weakness of the government. This is how the government, and this is that, and that is this. That person does not want freedom. Any man that wants freedom, preach and fight. Even when the government is not 100%, which no government is 100%. Even the Trump and the Elon Musk that agreed, they fought to get power from Democrat. Under 3-4 months, both of them had problems.
Under 3 months, they scatter.
Because everybody is coming to the politics with his own interest. Yes. And Trump is not the man that you can bought, even with your trillionaires. He stands on what he promised the Americans. Either you like it. If you don't like it, the government will stand. If you like it, the government will stand. And that is why we call the government. Elon Musk is coming back because you have no option. Government is government. When after 4 years, Trump will go home, another government will come in. But for the sake that that government is still in his, he is still the president of America, what do you call him, is under him. And that is how the government run. Not, I don't want the government today, you go out of, then you start disobeying the government because the government didn't want to go on the way you want it to go. Government never go like that. And that is why we are having problem today, because of indiscipline. If I did not get it in my way, then let it scatter. If you did not favor me, then let it scatter. If you did not, if the government did not take my advice, then let it scatter. And you are telling me that you want freedom. It's not possible. So if you indeed really want freedom, abide on that policy. Abide on that standard that government is trying to go. And pray for the government that any policy they are making, let that policy work at least 80% for the benefit of the Biafrans. Not that one that will favor me today. Only me. Just me. Let it favor me. Let it favor me. If it did not favor me, then it will not work. And it might be that what I'm fighting is not for the interest of the Biafrans, but for my own particular interest. Then tell me how we will succeed. If we are 100 in Biafra government, and out of that 100, everybody want to fight for his own personal interest, how will that government stand? It is impossible. And that is what Biafrans must learn. Learn it with patience, and learn it with love. Learn it with honesty. Even if you want to criticize the government, or do not criticize government with lies and try to make it to scatter, then you have never been fighting for freedom. If you want to criticize the government, do not come and try to make sure that you pull them down. When you pull them down, are you the one to take the post? Will you do it? So that is the question that everybody must start asking himself. Will I do it? And when you are giving somebody advice and that person sees that you are an enemy, he can never take that advice because he sees that everything you do is to kill him. He might not see it. He might be blind to that your own advice because you never meant well. You brought personal hate. You brought personal dislike. So what we can do to represent the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Mazi Simon Ekpa today is to tolerate the people we are fighting with, to be loyal to the government that both of us accepted, to embrace that United States of Biafra that both of us pronounced, and we pronounce it with our mouth. The word of God we believe today said everything that God made, He's made it with His pronouncement. And the one man not to use his mouth anyhow. When you are fighting for freedom and you come there, you start using language, evil language about your newly born country. How will that country survive? How will that country survive? It is impossible because indirectly you denounce that your newborn child, that your newborn name you are given. So every mouth that come out of your word, always remember, there is nothing I will hate Otungozo Remeze and the cabinet today that I will hate that word, United States of Biafra. It will always come to my mouth, and the word will know that that name has come to stand. So if I, any man or woman, have been offended by any Biafra cabinet, let it not be the Biafra that offended you. Let it not be the country that offended you. And you have to continue to be proud of that name that you have accepted. That is what you have agreed. And let your mouth bless that word, that name, United States of Biafra. Pray for that United States of Biafra. Sing good song for that United States of Biafra. As you accepting it here, so we only heaven will putting signature to it. But when you are coming and you denouncing it indirectly, one way or the other, the heaven will not accept it until you that gave that name 100% accept it, no matter what happened. So that is my message, little message this afternoon. I want to encourage the Biafrans to remember that Simon Ekpa, he gave us commandment. What is the commandment of the both leaders? Be humble to Biafra, be justice to Biafra, say the truth, even when it cannot favor you. Even at your point of death, that you say the truth. Know what you believe in. Justice, equity, and love. That is the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa doesn't have any personal interest. If he had personal interest, he cannot be where he is today. Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for his personal interest. If he is fighting for his personal interest, he cannot be where he is today. Why must I curse Biafra? Why must I back Biafra because I wanted a position and it was not given to me? Why must I fight Biafra or the government because I wanted it, my brother or my sister or my fellow, or to cover up for my brother, or to fight wrongly against any of your brother or your sister or your relation? And because of that, you stand against the name and the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and legacy of Simon Ekpa. If there is any other thing they agree on, let us agree that we have accepted United States of Biafra, we have accepted the government, and we have stated that we want to be free. So if you feel that you are okay in the land where you're living, fine. But one day, any day you feel that you have been denied one thing or one right because of your color, or because of you're not a citizen of that place, the spirit of Biafra will flog you because you denied the right, you denied the freedom that your fellow and your brothers and sisters stand for. And because you feel that you are living in the king's house, any other person can die is not your problem. When that thing happens to you and you try to resist whatever condition they give to you, the spirit of Biafra will come and judge you. That is the message. So we will continue to fight for the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to fight for the legacy of Simon Ekpa, and we will continue to support our country, the United States of Biafra. That is my little message. Thank you, Mazi Chus. This week was too hard. I believe next week will be better because I will be going to be in the afternoon, because they feel that I was having free anytime, then they put me into another department.
Have you?
So,
that's
yeah.
all. Thank
so
you
I accepted,
so much,
guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you for that wonderful message. We have missed you all this while. It is very important. Everyone have a role to play, and all these messages we are passing there has a lot of impact on Biafrans. And also, we that are coming out to speak, we are being a very good example for Biafra. And when you look into our message, the message is that no matter what happens, we are fighting for our freedom, and we will continue to fight for our freedom. We must not allow the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa to die. They have laid a foundation that we will continue to build on. Even if we disagree, that will not make us to pull down the curtain or begin to destroy things. No. Just like in this platform, sometimes you see my brother Greg, even in some topic we might not agree. In some topic when we discuss here, we might not agree, we might not be on the same part, but that will not make me to begin to castigate him, hate him, or begin to talk bad about him. I wouldn't do that, and he wouldn't do the same. He wouldn't say that because maybe there's a topic we discussed that I didn't agree with him on that topic, because of that I now become a rebel. No, you don't do that. We are Republicans, and people have every right to express their opinion on the way. But while you are expressing your opinion, make sure that that thing you are doing is not standing against our main purpose, which is freedom. Legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa, which was built on truth, sincerity, love, and unity. That is how they were able to make it. We must always accept and embrace each other, no matter how difficult it is. Give each other listening ears, and I believe we will make it. It doesn't matter what the enemies does. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. Most of the things they are manipulating today is to make us stay divided. They want to make us feel afraid of talking about Biafra. They want to make us feel ashamed of talking about Biafra. That is the main objective. But we must not allow it. We must not allow it. And one important, there's a message my brother wrote here, and I agree with him on that message, that Biafrans should not always look at the negative side. Don't always look at the negatives. We must not always live at negatives. There are still some positive things we can be able to rely on, in as much as how bad it is now. In spite of all negotiations with the zoo, Biafra should be happy that at least one country, Canada, has delivered a judgment that vindicated us from everything we are saying. And I agree with that. So my fellow brothers and sisters, we need to make headways. Let us limit the personal attack we are doing on each other and continue to look on the things that we can be able to build on and improve on. Let us look at things that we can improve in. There are things we can improve in. Let us, as an individual, everybody, both Tom, Dick, and Harry, old and young, small and big, whether big position or small position, wherever you are, let us begin to look for those loopholes where we can make some amendments. And I believe that will lead us a long way and make us to get things right. Let's hear from I don't know whether Young Wealthy, you are now here, because I called Young Wealthy before. He was not able to link up, maybe network problem. Okay, Young Wealthy, please take it briefly and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
And good morning to all my fellow Biafrans across the world that are listening and other of my brothers within the platform. So, in fact, I'm so excited this morning because of the way the caption of your message in the platform. So, your heading in the platform. So, in fact, it's so exciting. And here I really understand that you are not just walking alone, but that you are walking with the Spirit of God and at the same time with the Spirit of Biafra, which has to do with love, kindness, unity, and that has to do with freedom altogether. So you are highly welcome, and I pray God bless you, and He will continue to bless you more and more.
You see.
So my take here from what we are discussing on actually betrayal or legacy. I will start from here to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or our Onyendu, he laid a very great legacy where for how many times he has been arrested or either even at this time that he is kidnapped, he is still standing on the same legacy, and that Biafra, which has to do with freedom of mankind or nothing. He has been offered a lot, money, substances, position. He said that is not what he is after, but that's the freedom of his people. And at this very last time where they have kidnapped him and kept him under this kind of torture that is undergoing for how many years now, he is still standing on Biafra or nothing. They have been negotiating with him secretly with a lot of offers, but he can't take them. And Mazi Simon Ekpa came up and took over to continue the same struggle for the freedom of Biafrans. And he has been offered so many things. He has been called for such dubious negotiations, but he cannot pay attention to them. He paid deaf ears to them because what his master has laid on the ground, he will lay on upon the same foundation, legacy, good legacy indeed, that has to do with the freedom of Biafra. And today, he is passing through hell and with a lot of great, sacrifices. Yet, he stands on that same legacy, Biafra or nothing. I cannot betray my people. He had all the opportunity to do that, but he can't do it because he must lay a good legacy that has to do with the freedom of his people. And today, just I don't have enough time. Otherwise, I have enough, but I'll take it brief. So today, what we have to do as Biafrans, now that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, is under the custody of Finland, it teaches us a lot that we have to follow the same steps other than any other thing, other than, taking money, other than taking other pleasures like, and then against the reality here, which has to do with the freedom, or which is the freedom of Biafran. And now, one thing I look at it is that, on the other hand, USB is on ground now, which is United States of Biafra. And this same thing from as I have been following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he has been telling us that we are going to run a United States and not the rubbish Nigeria States is into. So United States, that is what we will operate on. That is, which is this same USD. And when Simon Ekpa came up, he tilts the same way, and he has been mentioning it that because of dangerous diversities within this geographical space, he is going to ensure everything is being done to run a United States where everybody will have his own freedom and autonomy at the same time. And today, they play all their games that this shouldn't happen, the redeclaration should not take off form. But I thank God for the spirit, the same spirit that has been operating these people from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa, and then the same spirit took over Ngozi Orabweze, our GPM, and quickly she has smarted the people upon all their plots and redeclared it even before the date of target. And today, Biafra is a sovereign state and recognized. And so, what do we have to do? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has paid a lot of sacrifices to ensure this legacy is laid on ground. And Simon Ekpa came up and paid another greatest price. I mean, to ensure this legacy continues. And Ngozi Orabweze has done it the way she did it to maintain this same legacy. I want to advise us that the only thing the rest of us have to do is nothing other than infighting. I mean, nothing about infighting, nothing of betrayalship, and then or traitorship, collecting bribes here and there, for our personal interests. But then that we need to ensure that this USD that has come to stay, we cherish it. We ensure that from our little ways of contributions, we make it to stand and gain more wider recognition, because it has come to stay, and this is our only freedom. And now I don't know if other people of our people or our people will look at it that okay, they have to go about personal interest. I really wonder if there is any wisdom here. And I am talking about domestic legacy and also social legacy. Because domestically, it has to start from us. Internally, you don't have to continue hating one another. You hate your brother, you hate your sister, either because of certain little mistakes that human beings are bound to make, and then we overlook them and ensure that we are focused on the right thing to do. We are focused on the reality, which even like within the geographical space of where we find ourselves in the whole land, be it call it Nigeria or call it Biafra land. The people are churchy and they go to church all the time. I mean, almost every day they go to church, come back, sleep in the church, and all of that. But what are we supposed to learn first in the church? What, even the same Bible that these Westerners came and gave to us during the colonial era. This same Bible teaches us about dominion that God gave to humanity, mankind, and that this dominion is not against fellow humans like us, but that the dominion is for everybody and unto every other thing He has created for our use. And so I am yet to see a wise man who will look at it and understand that, I mean, from within the space of Nigeria and within the space of Biafran, I'm yet to see wise people, wise men that will really come up to say, yes, we are not giving dominion against fellow human beings, but dominion is given to all of us to stay together, to work together, to put our hands together for a better life. I'm yet to see like this wise man. That is domestically. And then, even with from within the all of us that are standing for this struggle over this particular legacy about freedom for our people, I am yet to see others who are derailing come to wisdom that we need to work together. We don't need to bully one another. We don't need to you know, stand battle against ourselves or one another, other than to fight what is fighting us and be focused to ensure the freedom we really meant. And then, socially, go beyond our land, the Biafra land, or within our geographical space, or go beyond it. The Westerners, like starting from, you know, how do you call it, Finland, who is holding our prime minister. I don't know. They gave us, I mean, the whites gave us this Bible, and all of these things are there. I don't know why they are going opposite, as opposite this direction of the freedom that is given to every man in life. And then, I mean, for selfish interest, politically and otherwise. So, I am also saying this to remind the Westerners, I mean, the whites, to start looking at this. I want to see a wise man too among them that will come out and say, no, we are created as humans, not as beasts. We are created with dominion, which is freedom to everybody, mankind, irrespective of color. That they are white or that we are black is not the matter, but the matter is we are all human beings and created by God. And so all of us are given the same dominion. That they are supposed to come in and stand for justice and not injustice. They are supposed to come in and stand for equity and not, I mean, coming against some sects for personal gain. This is quite unfair. This is an evil. And so I am here to see this white, I mean, a wise men among the whites that will come out and stand their ground and say, no, dominion, freedom is for human beings, not for animals, and not for some set of human beings against others. So let's be fair. Let's stand on truth. Let's do the right thing. So I'm here to see this kind of white people that will come up in this way and say freedom is declared for every human being. So let's stop this nonsense we are doing. Let's stop being unfair. Let's stop being evil. So this message I am passing is not just to our people alone, but to everybody across the globe. And that is why I position it this way. Though I rush it, there are other things I'm supposed to put in, but because of my limited time, I want to stop here to tell our people that we need to be wise. We go to church every day and come back. Let's be doing exactly what is in the Bible. And that is why I look at it that this struggle of Biafra is the work of God. It's not the work of man, it's the work of God. Because Biafra are not going after any other thing other than freedom. This is the struggle we are into. So I really appreciate you, Mazi Chuk, and all our leaders, from Oyendu onto our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, Ngozi Orabweze, and the whole cabinet all together, and every other of our brethren who are joining hands together here to do the needful and not, to be real and not to be to go after formality. So thank you very much. And my prayer is that He will, God will continue to, give us the strength, and He will continue to give us more inspiration to
You see.
understand what is needful and continue to do the needful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our brother. Appreciate you so much for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful message that you delivered. And it is well received, just as you said, that we want to see those good people in the West. We know there are good people in the West. There are good people in the West, all part of the world. There are wonderful people in the United Kingdom. There are wonderful people in the US. Even in France, there are people who still have conscience, who cannot behold evil, who cannot keep silent when evil is being done, when injustice is being done against people. We know there are these people, and we want them to start speaking. We want them to start speaking. It is not all bad everywhere. There are good people, there are wonderful people every part of this world. There are people who are watching and they cannot stand the injustice that is being meted against the Biafran people. There's no doubt about that. But we want them to start speaking. And that is why we are coming online on daily basis on several platforms, on different platforms, speaking up and telling the world what is happening to us, more especially the injustice against our leaders, the injustice against our Supreme Master, against our Prime Minister Master Simon Ekpa. It is unbearable and we can no longer take it. They have not committed any offense. All that we are saying is let us have our own nation. They are only calling for self-determination that is supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law, supported by Nigerian law itself. That is what they were promoting. The same thing that people are promoting in Nigeria up to this minute as I'm speaking, that is what they promoted. Nothing else. And then they are being held captive because they spoke up for their own people. Let the world hear me and hear me clearly. It is time to speak. Don't be silent. Those good people out there, when the good men keep silent, evil continue to foster. It is high time they open their mouth and speak. And I believe they will. Let us hear our beloved brother, Mazi Amarachi. Mazi Amarachi, you are there. Please unmute yourself, Mazi Amarachi, and speak to us.
Okay, my brother. Mazi Chooks, thank you so much.
You're welcome, my brother.
For constantly being so resolute and the wonderful work that you have been doing for our nation, Biafra. In fact, posterity has already remembered most all of you that are doing great work and putting all the best you have in making sure that our narratives are being told in a correct way. May Okika continually to bless each and every one of you.
You see?
So actually, this topic you brought up today is a very important topic that we all need to discuss about. And besides, I've spoken so many times concerning this topic, which is I've said in your platform and your other platform concerning how we, the Biafrans, have betrayed our leader, Mazen Kano. Actually, he promised us so many times that he will not be the one to betray us, that we are the one to betray. And
that's
definitely
right.
what we are just seeing today happening, playing before our eyes.
Yes.
How we have been betraying him. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being held in that zoo. All of us know how the zoo is. We know the kind of torture he will be undergoing that places right now. It's never a good place to be. But we have been watching, and he has spent almost 5 years he has spent there right now in that very dungeon. And we Biafran kept looking instead of we to react. This is not the time for we to be divided. This is the time we need to be more united than ever. This is the time we need to say this is what we want. If Nigerian people, the Nigerian government or Britain or whosoever involved in killing us, if they wish to kill all of us, they should come and kill all of us, but they should release our brother. That is what we should be demanding for now.
Yes.
But most of our people, instead of doing so, they are busy protecting their businesses. Businesses are they have been protecting. Most of them have even dead and left those businesses. Instead of them to speak the truth, they never speak the truth. They kept protecting their businesses and they die on top of that their businesses. Our people made a parable and say that Azotana, Azobute. First of all, we need to get our place. We know that, I don't know, we know that there's no way we are not Nigeria. It's been, right from time we have never been Nigeria. And apart from that, we have been denied so many times. Imagine majority being called minority. Imagine, just imagine all those things, and some people are are accepting it and very happy with that. We know that the core politicians in our eastern side are our problem, and still yet we keep on working. Most of us keep on working with them, romancing them. Just it's very disgusting seeing all those things. Very heartbreaking and disgusting. You see your enemy, this person is the person killing you. Even the Bible made us understand. If you know that this thing, anything that will be a hindrance to you, you cut it off. But we are seeing those demons. The Bible made us understand we should suffer the witch not to live. We are seeing that witch is not far from us. We are seeing it in our korokoro eyes. The witch where they kill us, the witch where they disturb us, we are seeing it. But still yet we adopt more to them. We are loving to them. We are, we are becoming stooges for them. It's laughable anyway. It's laughable, but one thing to say that all these things is just God is just using it to prove Himself. God is just using it to prove Himself. Because I always say it, just like our Mazin Namdekano said it. Biafra is a divine project, mandate from Elohim to by himself. Nobody born of a woman will be able to stop it. What we are seeing now, and I will appreciate our lioness queen warrior, Dr. Ngozi Orabreze, for coming out at this very point. Thank God for Mazi Simon Ekpa, who already knew what is going to happen. He knew this. He saw what is happening right now before he refined our Dr. Ngozi Orabreze, because he know that when he's not there, that she will come up. That is the only person he found there at that moment. And that is why she's doing what she's doing today. And we Biafrans are very proud of her. We are indeed very proud of her. May God continually to bless and inspire her wisdom in the mighty name of Yeshua. So earlier our people understand this better for us. Let's join our hands together now and support our God-given angel, Dr. Ngozi Orabreze, in order to get ourselves free, in order to free our brothers who are in captive, who are illegally captivated. Let's join our hands together with this our God-given Dr. Ngozi Orabreze to do the needful. Most of us might be in our comfort. We might think it's a comfort zone for us now. You will be in London. You'll be in your house. You have your passport and everything. You are a nationality in those places, and you think that nationality can never be denied. Of course, they will be denied sometimes. Is Mazenam Dekano not a British citizen? He's a British citizen. But what happened today? Do they talk about him? Do they remember about him? They bullshit him. They put him in his position. Ogbeni, you are not Britain. You are a Biafran. They know he's a Biafran by birth. They knew him very good. They know all that. But it's just because it is something that they have designed that we must undergo through all the suffering. But there's nothing wrong anyway. God is God, and at the same time is uplifting His name. Those people who may be in other places now claiming that yes, they are comfortable in that places now, just like we can see in a place like Texas, I think Texas or New Jersey, something like that. Yes, and the new appointed governor of New Jersey, of New Jersey. who is called Philip Murphy or something like that, who now used almost all his cabinet are Igbos. Mind you, those people are not different from Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa yesterday was a counselor to Finland. Yes, we all saw the good thing he has been doing. Even he did more than the citizens themselves in order, because it's a country he loved, which he has been so proud of, and he has been proud of it to the extent of saying that he wants to bring Finland to Biafra land. If he never cherish and love that country, he will never be proud of saying that he wants to bring it to his own land. But today now, what happened? Today now they forget him, they put him behind the bar, letting him to know that, Mr. Man, still you are not a Finland man. So those things, the same actions will still be taken to anybody who might be thinking that today they are in their heaven or in their safe heaven today. It can happen. Of course, it's always happened before our eyes. They can revoke your document and tell you, or they will send you back. There's nothing you have to do. You have to respect it. It's their country. There's nothing like we fighting for our country now to achieve our goal. Let's help our mothers, our parents who has been suffering for a long time, to achieve our land, to achieve our own country. That even the Britain, they don't have the population we have. None of all these countries have the population we have to make in making country. We are modern country. We are modern country. But being that as Africans, that is the reason why we can see we see sometimes ago Trump called it's not only Trump himself. Many of them have been using the same system, calling Africa a waste bin, dumping ground. So he was even saying that he's going to bring those Palestinian priests in Avina, which people, which people was that? He still talked about all this Hamas. He talked about Venezuela or something like that. Yeah, Venezuela. He said yes, he said he's going to dump them in Nigeria, in Africa. He said. So just imagine that, So my people, I will urge our people to just do very good. Let's join our hands together. Today we're having our fundraising today. Let's the fundraising today be one in town. Let's take it upon us. Anything we can do, let's support our freedom. We are not doing it for Ngozi Orabueze. You are not doing it for Simon Ekpa. You are not doing it for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are only supporting what they are doing that you see that is good. Let's always support, learn to do the right thing. Let's do the right thing at the right time. Let's support our freedom. Your freedom, how can somebody be begging you for your own freedom? We shouldn't be begging each other for our freedom. Or are we happy with the way our people after suffering? Just imagine, after suffering in Europe, you come to Nigeria, they burn your shop. Many of our people have been victim of all these things. Many of our people have been victim of Nigeria. Nigeria has happened to a lot of. There's nobody in that country that Nigeria has happened to more than the way it has happened to Igbos. Igbos will tell you that Nigeria has happened to them, but instead of them to come out today now and say that Nigeria has accepted that Nigeria has happened to them, they will still be proud that they can make it again. Our leader, our supreme, our leader, Ojukwu, shed tears sometimes when he saw what was Igbo people were doing in trade fair. He shed tears. See the kind of money they are burying in the ground there. He say, oh, but still, Our people have never realized themselves. They keep on making fool of themselves. Will I call it very happily suffering and smiling slaves? They are very happily suffering and smiling slaves instead of them to join together. And if we should be in our nation, and there is no way, no place anybody will be that will not be coming to do business with you. They will still be coming to our land to do the business because what they need is in your place. Then why must we be dying and be dying for Nigeria? We know that it will never work. Nigeria will never work. Not even P2B. All those people that have been deceiving themselves, calling P2B that P2B will change. I heard somebody saying that P2B will do C4 to do that. Is this how foolish our people are sometimes? Yeah? P2B will even lead you to the hell. P2B will be the one to handle you to hellfire. And people are there clamoring for P2B, and we support P2B, we do this. You know, may God have mercy on our people. May God forgive our people because they've done a lot of wickedness. They've denied God of his miracle upon them. May God have mercy on them. So my brother, that is what I just have for the moment. Until let me give time a chance to other people also to still hear their mind while I'm backstage listening and hearing their opinion as well. So thank you very much for this great and wonderful privilege that you've given to me to even hear my opinion and speak to Biafrans, and let's do the needful. Please, Biafrans, let's support our God-given angel, Dr. Ngozi Odabuezi. Today is our fundraising. Let's do this fundraising like never before. Let's give all that we have. Let's try, do something for our own freedom. It's not freedom for any other person. It's for your own freedom. So, my brother, thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful message that you have delivered. Most importantly, there's something you said that caught my attention. How will you be treating majority as minority? How will you allow yourself, the majority, to be treated as minority? That is what we are seeing today. We know that Nigeria, according to Lugard and the Janjaweed, when they formed it, they say it's about 3 people: the Igbos, the Hausa, and the Yoruba. They are the major tribes. Today, the Hausa and the Yorubas are the major tribe. And the Igbos, which are the highest, Igbos are the most populated people with the highest number. They are being treated as minority. With the exact figure of the population of Nigeria, the Igbos have the greatest population. They are more than in number than every other region. Even if you can't understand it, for the fact that by themselves they confess that anywhere you go, after the main owners of that very state, the next population is the Igbos. I didn't say it, they say it in their conventional media. That any place you go in Nigeria, you will see Igbos have the highest population after the owners of the land. In a state you go, after the indigenous people, the next population that follows it is the Igbos. When you narrow it down, there is no doubt, no doubt whatsoever that Igbos are the highest population in Nigeria. But today, they are being treated as minority. Today, they are being treated as minority. And you think it's okay. You accept it. You relax and you feel that it's okay. No sensible person will accept that. And that is why we have to go extra mile to do what we have to do. My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been able to get this few messages that we have today. Continue to go along with this. We are going to stop here because it is weekend and so many people have something to do for weekend. Myself, I have some other activities to attend this weekend. So we were going to end the program here and to continue, hopefully later on in the evening, we're going to come back again. So, my fellow Biafrans, we must stay strong. Remember, legacy or betrayal, whatever you are doing, ask yourself that question. Before you do, What you do, what you support, what you say, what you promote, is it building a legacy or is it a betrayal to Biafra and to our leaders? Simon Ekpa and the future of Biafra freedom. Now they pronounce their sentence on our Prime Minister. Some idiots are rejoicing, even though they are calling for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They are rejoicing. You are asking to free somebody who is pursuing self-determination, and you saw another person that was jailed for self-determination, you are rejoicing. Only an idiot will do that. When you rejoice, ask yourself, what is the face of the freedom of Biafra after that? We must not forget the sacrifice that this man has made. You must not forget the sacrifice they have made. You must not, if you are human and have conscience. At the same time, we are calling to the human right across the world. Everyone that cares about humanity on this planet Earth, wherever you are, our call is also going to you. Speak up now. We know there are men of good conscience across all places. There are men of good conscience, including in the Britain, in the United States, in France, in all these people that are holding us captive. There are men of conscience out there. When the good men keep silent, evil will continue to fester. It is time for them to speak up. We are calling on them to speak up and let the world hear their voice. My beloved brother Greg, please give us your closing remark as we round up on the program. Greg, I believe my brother Greg is still there.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Welcome.
Yeah, Biafrans. Just to say it again, do not forget the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do not forget the legacy of Simon Ekpa. By supporting the United States of Biafra, morally, spiritually, financially, more now is financial, no matter what, no matter how much you have contributed to the United States of Biafra to carry on their project. There is so much now to do. They will be appealing for the judgment that is not in our favor. There's many things that is going on, and none of them can do it on their own alone. They are not Elon Musk. We don't have a Elon Musk that is fighting for us. It is only by this little contribution that people will come and donate their $10, $20, a gemma and a J to make sure that things, at least those who are working, will not go anywhere empty-handed. Nobody is going to do anything for you free. We need it in every corner of it. And there is no amount, even the billions that they are giving to Ukraine, and still they are still pumping dollars into there. And it's not this $20, and the people will be coming to ask, what are you doing? How much you send it to the army? Why are you not hiring the best lawyer? Why not this? Why not that? So all those people that is asking these questions as if those things doesn't need money. Everything need money. Any handshake is shake with money. For you to see a country like Finland that is okay, but because of money, they're dancing a complete evil dance against a suffering land. So it is a wake-up call for people to know that they have no option than to contribute to their freedom, no matter the little. Thank you, Mazichus, and God bless you and bless all the Biafrans.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. May Chukwu Okike my God and protect you and enjoy your wonderful weekend. My brother Reality, give us your closing remark. Reality, if you're still there, unmute yourself and give us your closing remark.
Yeah, Mavichuk, thank you so much. My closing remarks here stands like this, that I want to put a reminder to our people across the world that something happened some time ago in the Bible, that Esau sold his birthright, And until date, he has been fighting to get it back, according to the record of the Bible. So today, I take it back to us that anybody who stands to take, commodizing everything, that is to say, in everything, your first priority is to make comments of everything. Even your life, you make comments of it. The life of your brother, you make comments of it. That person is a fool. That person is not wise. And that person has already sold out his life. You can't get it back. So we need to learn lessons from this. That's why I said it's a reminder. And that all we have to do, we need to ensure that we don't go this way, because even the Bible record that is that um, before you can be able to eat the food or enjoy the food or money you have gathered together is when you go about security first. Because after that, you may have gathered enough and feeling that you are going to enjoy it. While you sit down to relax and eat it, everywhere will get scattered. Insecurity will take over, and then you can't even enjoy that food again. And the same legacy we are talking about, you know, a lot of our people are in the diaspora and, trying to make ends meet and to make it in life. And then what is the legacy that is applied to it? It's after you have, got all the things that took you to this foreign land, then you bring something back home. And then that thing you bring back home to put on ground is your legacy. That everybody will look at and say, yes, this person has head, this person is wise, this person really has fought in life and has made it. So, but in a situation where you don't have a home to come back, and then with what you have acquired, invariably you don't have history. You will never have history in life. So I use this opportunity to use these few words to advise our people that we need to be wise from this moment hence, getting ourselves reminded with this, so we can be able to stand and do the needful. And the only needful here at this time is the security of our people, the security of our homeland. I mean, the freedom of our people. And so this is my remark to all our fellow Biafrans across the world. And let's put our hands together financially, substantially, and everything required to ensure that our place is secure. We make a home where we can call our home, go anywhere, and come back with what we have gone to acquire and sit back and rejoice and celebrate together. So that will make us wise people indeed. Thank you very much. I pray for you, Mazi Chooks, that God will continue to give you the strength to keep this platform and then do the needful you are doing here, and as well other Biafrans in their little way of contribution to this particular struggle. I pray that God will be with them and give them all the strength. Our Oyendu Mazi Nambikano in the custody of Nigerian state, I pray God will be his strength. He will continue to this legacy until his freedom, which I am very sure of it. And to Mazi Simon Ekpa, our PM, I pray the same prayer for him, that God will continue to give him more wisdom, the strength, and the courage to continue on this same legacy, because behind him we are continuing on this same legacy, and we have decided to stand and to back him up until he comes out, because his coming out is very, very short, very, very eminent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful speech. And Biafrans have listened and had a blessed. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My brother Mazi Amarachi, please give us your closing remark as we round up on the program today.
Oh, my dear brother, thank you once again. Bless you. And I thank Biafrans who has been following. So, well, I don't know much to say anyway, but all I have to say is that the Nigerians are not ashamed by receiving a Malema on the 21st of August for their annual conference meeting, which they described him as they described him as the one of the fearless Pan-Africanists and the true son of Africa. That's how what they claim, you know. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in their dungeon, you know. But they are celebrating somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you know. So I just wonder the kind of I just surprised the kind of people they are. But they should have since they have since they call the since they see what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is doing to be bad, they should have trampled Malema when he came to Nigeria to imprison him, or work with South Africa to imprison him. But there he's there in Nigeria in Bar Association in a conference to air his this thing, and they are calling him the original son of Africa. You see, but Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was doing the same. But no problem, you know, there's no problem. We still appreciate that, we still appreciate everything, knowing that God is God. You understand? So that is all. I don't have much to say anyway, but I still have a lot to say, you know. But let's just take this for the moment, while you come back in later in the evening. So thank you, my brother, for this great opportunity. God bless you so much, sir, and bless Biafrans. So, and another thing is that we should endeavor to see how we protect our brothers' legacy, our prime minister legacy, and endeavor to adopt to his legacy, because they have such a wonderful legacy that he has created for us. So, Biafrans, wherever he is, Biafrans appreciate and love him, and we keep praying for him. So, anybody who, if you know you are praying, if it is prayer, pray for him. You know, God is wonderful. There's nothing God cannot do. This time, you just imagine he's right there and he's still fighting for us, just like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is still there in the Nigerian dungeon, but still yet he's still fighting for us. If he's not fighting for us, look at it. Some people, the IDPU or whatever of Anambra, is a full animal, is an Hausa man, but he has sued him to court. So they will be meeting in court very soon for him to give account of of our people that has been missing. Yes. So he's there and he's still doing, he never give up. So all these things are the legacy we need to adopt. We need to show who we are. We are God people. We are God fearing people. We are God fearing people. We don't always we cannot see other people suffering. Then why should we be accepting that to be happening to us? You know. So my people, let's sit up and do the right thing at the right time. God bless Biafrans worldwide in the mighty name of Yeshua. Thank you, Mazichu.
You see. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful speech, and that brings us to the end of the program. I appreciate everyone that have participated on the program today. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of you. Bless you all richly, and continue to guide us, lead us to the path of celebration. We are going to celebrate our freedom no matter what the enemies are doing, no matter their attack, their propaganda, their blackmail. We must not give up. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect our Biafran people, more especially people in Biafra land. No evil forces will have power over you. No accidental discharge will get you. Every plan the enemies are making to disrupt you will never work. No weapon formed or fashioned against our brothers and sisters in Biafra land will prosper. We also pray for our leaders, wherever they may be, more especially those in captivity, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect them, secure them, and grant them their freedom. Whatever evil pronunciation against them will never stand. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will turn everything around for our own good, because all things working for good. To them who believe in Chukwu Okike Abiama, who will speak and it will stand. Only Chukwu Okike Abiama will speak and say a word and it stand. I pray that Chukwu Biafra will change their situation, and we will have a cause to celebrate.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening. See you again later in the evening. Stay blessed.
Oh, hail Biafra!